Hi gang, it's Josh, and today we're going to do an informational video on the line of sight that's coded into the game mechanics and how the quote-unquote developers, i.e. pathological, lying, hypocrite, cheaters, exploit it to get their kills. Okay, as you can see, I have a Cetian targeted. Okay, he's orange. I went ahead and threw my buffs up, just to make sure I don't wind up dying in the process, plus maximizing my stats to, get my defensive capabilities as high as possible. And as you can see, I'm equipped with some artifacts here, so I'm not even fully templated. I'm kind of still in the process of leveling artifacts. Okay, so here we go. All right, he's facing me. Now, run-through is a part of the game. The quote-unquote developers love to use that argument. That is what we call a half-truth and anything but. Yes, you can absolutely run right through an enemy. I'm doing it right now as we speak. And as we can see, he's still able to hit me while I'm doing it. Notice he's always facing me and he's sticking me, which means in RVR combat, and right there, I parried an attack while my back was to him and blocked. Okay, so yes, run through is a part of the game. Okay, as we can see, you can run through somebody, which means if you're using the stick and the face command, you, in theory, should be able to do the same thing to players like Swiffy and Nuppies and Killigore and Clokey and Neutral and Yelison and however many more are on the list. I mean, I'm starting to forget some of them because that's how many I keep running into. But all right, so now we're going to cover what the actual line of sight is to the player and how they're exploiting the run-through. So I'm going to go ahead and pan the camera. Okay. So as you can see, I'm still facing him. All right. As we pan the camera, now I'm technically standing on top of him, right? Right. Okay. Okay, so. All right. It's going to take a little bit. Let's see. All right. Okay, so. Actually, if you look, my back is to him. I'm actually standing slightly in front of him, but I'm still blocking attacks. I'm still evading. Okay, let's try and move forward a little bit. Okay, now we can clearly see that my back is to him. Okay, that I'm about 100 units in front of him. I'm still blocking attacks. There's a parry. Now this is going to be where it gets really interesting. I'm going to see if I get it. There's an evasion. Okay, now watch this. Oh, look at that. You can actually still hit somebody when they're behind you because you have 360 degrees line of sight up to 125 units around your character. So that's where the exploit comes in. When they're running through you, you'll notice down here in the combat text, when they're landing attacks, it'll show up on yours in orange. Target is not in view. Okay, well, how do I know that they're exploiting the line of sight? Well, see, there's this site that has all these hacks and stuff you can pay for. And, I'm going to say that there's probably other line of sights. This one's titled Done Align. We got all kinds of exploits, POC. But we have line of sight exploits. So my guess is if it works in Done Align, it works in other areas too. Okay, now as far as exploiting bugs and abusing bugs, well, rule number 12 makes it very clear that player is not going to do it. Player will report all problems. Okay. And broadsword will go ahead and fix these issues in a timely manner, give all customers benefit of the doubt when dealing with these problems. So see, when cheaters are using the run-through as an exploit, in fact, I can show you how you can do this sideways too. So let me go ahead and back up. All right, so I got to get, all right, so there we go. Now let me start my strafing. Okay, so notice I'm not even facing him. I'm still blocking. Okay, now I just hit the stick button. Let me go ahead and take the auto stick off. And let me strafe left. There's a parry. There's a parry. There's another parry. There's a block. There's a parry. Come on, where's my evasion? Come on. There we go. So I have all three of my defenses. And I can still hit, even though he's about 125 units to the side of me. So there you have it, folks. When they're running through you and it says target is not in view, you don't even have to be facing them, and they're still technically in your view. So I recommend, if you're running into solo fights where they're exploiting the run through and they're doing their little loop-de-loos and this and that and however the hell they do it, because I can't do it with fucking arrow keys. /appeal, violation report, conduct report, include player's name, class if you know what it is, which realm they belong to, or /report TOS. And as always, thank you for watching. All you quote-unquote developers, your goose is now cooked. Have fun.